Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another fabulous edition of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and thanks for watching. So, as the weather begins to get chillier in the area of my life, I thought I'd talk a little bit about chili. I'm reminded that someone posted not too long ago something that I had not ever heard about when it comes to Superman, and at this point I kind of wish that I still hadn't heard about it. So apparently, Green Arrow, Oliver Queen from the comics. Do you remember a time when comics were stupid? I know that a lot of people right now are talking about how the New 52 has ruined Superman and how everything's dire and everything's grim and everything's serious and everybody's dark and everybody's nasty and everybody's mean. But not too long ago, some years I guess, but not too long ago, comics were just stupid. You would read them, and they were goofy, and they were dumb, and dumb things happened in them. You know, the Silver Age, even the Golden Age to some extent. Although, early in the Golden Age, comics were even darker than they are these days, but people don't want to look at that and say, they just want to say, oh, new comics, I like it when it was silly and fun, and just, you know. But comics started out pretty dark. You know, Superman would laugh as he killed the villains, and he would spank heiresses who were mean to someone, and he would smile while he was doing it. And then the Silver Age came along, and people developed new powers, and they were able to do things they never could do before, and then it got sillier and goofier, and then it got a little bit more serious again, and now I guess we're back into the age where people in real life these days aren't necessarily looking for a hero who is silly or goofy. But during the time where comics were sillier, I guess Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, was said to have created a really spicy chili that no one in the DCU even liked, except for Batman, which is fine. Not everybody likes all tastes, not everybody likes all flavors, and whoever said Oliver Queen was a good cook? I never did. But apparently this person, whoever wrote this idea that Oliver Queen could make this awesome chili, wrote a little caveat in there, and it was that the chili was so spicy that no one could even eat it without crying, screaming in pain, or flinching, including Superman, except for Batman. Batman was able to eat it and say things like, needs more pepper. Superman would be sweating, smoke would be coming out of his ears, and he couldn't eat it. Now, I just want to remind everyone out there in internet land that Superman is invulnerable. Now, you may say, but Scotty, I've seen him bleed. I've seen him winded. I've seen him with bruises. Yes, you have. And everyone's normal explanation of invulnerable is cannot be hurt. Which my father always argues with me every time Superman is hurt in a movie or cartoon or comic book story, that he's invulnerable. He's invulnerable to most known forms of punishment that we know about here on Earth. There are alien forces out there, there are bad guys, there are doomsdays, there are magic things that can hurt him. Chili, made by an Earthman who wears a hood and fires a bow, is not alien in nature. It is not able to break through the invulnerable nature of a super Kryptonian under the sun of the Earth. If it were able to do that, then we'd have no problem with Superman being A, too powerful, or B, unable to be beaten. If you were a villain and you could find out, just like with Kryptonite, if you could find out that all you need to do is put a bowl of Green Arrow's chili in front of Superman and you're going to win, he wouldn't be that dangerous of a threat, would he? And then, of course, we're talking about these days as Superman fans that nowadays DC just wants Batman to be everything, wants him to be able to beat everyone, wants him to be able to travel to other dimensions and fight interdimensional bad guys with the other superpowered members of the Justice League. And we're saying, but that's only these days, because now Batman's the be-all, end-all of the DC universe, and he's the golden boy. But what about this? This was a long time ago, and this was a chili that he was able to eat while Superman cried from the pain of the spices, because we all know that Superman's entire body is invulnerable and he can take super punches from galactic beings from other dimensions, but his tongue, on the other hand, the roof of his mouth, the inside of his cheeks, not invulnerable. So all you got to do is tear his mouth open and reach in there and you can kill him. Because chili from planet Earth, made by a guy who was lost on a desert island for 5 years, is painful and makes him cry. But it doesn't make Batman cry. So, the next time you as a Superman fan are sitting around going, DC has suddenly turned Batman into this be-all, end-all, and he's better than everyone, remember that 30 or more years ago, the Green Arrow made chili that Batman could eat, but it was too spicy for Superman. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.